Hey man, welcome back to the Pressing Matters. I'm Scott. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Today I'm going to be discussing the new UHQR from Analogue Productions, Bob Marley's Exodus. This video will be divided into 3 parts. So if you want to skip ahead to the review, you can check the chapters below and skip ahead. The first part will be a little bit about the acquisition of the record and the problems in getting it. The second will be an unboxing, and the third will be the review. So check that out below if you want to skip ahead. But this is pretty interesting, I think. So people were aware that there was a second Marley title coming. Anyone that's in the UHQR vinyl universe knew this. It was suggested that it would be about a 2-month break in between the 2 titles. So I really wanted it, and I made sure that I had notifications turned on for my email and for the channel, for Acoustic Sounds channel. Those are the best places to get this information as soon as it comes out. So, a month had gone by, and I started to check more often, and I had my phone on vibrate whenever I couldn't have it in my hand. And one day I got a vibration, a positive vibration when I was at work. I had just stepped out for a break, and I looked at the notification, and it was Chad doing an unboxing. And I was like, oh, let me watch this. This will be interesting. He's probably going to announce the release date. And before he even opened his mouth, I was like, wait a minute. I'm going to call. So I went to the website, I pressed call, it went right through, and I got Matt on the phone. And I said, is the Bob Marley Exodus available for order? And he was like, yeah, it is. He said it just went on sale, so no problem, man. So he was totally relaxed, and I said, this is weird. I said, why is there no commotion? He said, it just happened. He said, I expect it to get crazy in a little while. And it did get crazy. By the way, when you order by the phone, you don't get a confirmation email. You don't get it listed in your orders. That concerned me even after I hung up the phone and everything had gone through. I didn't get a confirmation email, and I was like really worried. I called the next day. They said, don't worry, don't worry. I called again, got someone else. They said, don't worry, that's the way it is. So, I would prefer to get a confirmation email. But anyway, I worried for the rest of the 2 weeks it was until it was shipped. But finally got the FedEx notice, and all was well. Now I'm going to show you the unboxing. So very briefly, we'll go through it in this little clip. So this is the box as it appears when you get it. The usual specification manual. This is the booklet. Essay. Very nice. And it's advertising. And this is trademarks and limited edition number, the date. And this is the jacket. You can see it's matte. Very nicely done. It's embossed here. I don't know if you can tell, but and it's embossed here on the lions. Very well done in the center. And of course the vinyl is Tough Gong label. And Clarity vinyl. So as you can see, it's the standard UHQR presentation. The jacket is very nice. It's not heavy-duty Stoughton. It's a little bit lighter weight, but very nicely done. Nice, beautiful matte finish. Gorgeous. No complaints about the packaging. Everything came in perfect shape. They have started to ship the record outside the jacket, thankfully. I think that would have been a disaster if they did that with either of these Marley titles because of the lighter weight nature of the inner jacket. But so I've been listening to the Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab Anadisc for a couple of weeks now, and have been going back and forth between these in the last couple of days. The Exodus from Mobile Fidelity looks like this. It's quite pricey on the used market. I bought it when it came out. I think it was $35, so that's kind of a deal. I always thought it was a pretty good listen. I never compared it. I wasn't really into comparing pressings at that time. But I thought it was a good listen. It had some issues though, and they became more obvious when I compared it to the UHQR. But one of the problems with this one is a very woolly sounding bass. It's a little too much and not very defined. It's very hard to follow the bass line on this one, and that's kind of important. I mean, bass is important for the Bob Marley music, but this is a case where they tried to maybe emphasize it and it didn't work. So that's one issue with it. The other issue is it's fairly recessed sounding. The vocals seem to be placed back a little bit, and it doesn't have immediacy or sparkle to the top end. It's sort of a little hazy, a little like a veil, I guess you could call it, over the top end. So it's a nice, relaxed, laid-back listen, and I've been enjoying it, but the deficiencies became more apparent when I went to the UHQR. The UHQR absolutely sparkles. On top, it's very, very clear and open and extended. This particularly affects percussion, background vocals, and so forth. Just very clear, defined, distinct, airy top end. And that's very, very nice after this. This sounded kind of like a blanket over it in a way, compared. Vocals are much more emphasized on this pressing compared to that. It's much more clear. Bob Marley's much more clear and focused. The background vocals are clear and distinct, and the I3s, you can hear individual voices a little bit better than you could on this one. This one, you don't hear that very clearly. So one great advantage of this one is the top end. Also, the energy and propulsion of the music is much stronger here. Like this one is laid back. This one is like a gut punch. It's on the tracks that have that. Like Exodus, for instance, or even Jammin'. The overall clarity is increased. The space seems to be more well defined. The bass is very, very good on this. The bass is very clear, easy to follow. And, you know, some may say, well, it's not very deep, but I don't find that at all. I found it perfect. And I think Ryan Smith did an excellent job choosing where to make any adjustments to this to make it a coherent, well-balanced listen. And it is well-balanced. It's airy, it's got tuneful bass, it's deep enough, and overall, the whole effect of the record is wraparound involvement and groove. So it's a success. Do I like it as well as the last one? I prefer the last one a little bit more, but that's just a difference in, you know, familiarity with the material. This I know so well. It's been ingrained in my brain because of all the years I've had it. And I remember bringing a cassette of this to Jamaica, and it was on constant repeat. So I know the song so well, and we all know them from being hits as well. So it's almost like a greatest hits album. So familiar, it was very familiar and no surprises there. For me, Rastaman Vibration had more surprise and more, I don't know, more enjoyment, but it's really because of the material. It's not because of the job done by Ryan Smith or Analogue Productions. Both sound better than they ever have. But yeah, that was the only thing I thought about when I was listening to this is, yeah, I've heard it a million times, but I never heard it quite like this. And I think this is excellent pressing. The pressing itself is very good. I still am a little critical of Clarity Vinyl. I don't know if it's because it's 200 gram and it's a little harder to press quiet 200 gram records. It doesn't have any ticks and pops, nothing like that. But groove noise is a little noticeable overall. It's not intrusive, but I've heard quieter from Analogue Productions on their regular pressing. So I don't know what the answer is to that, but you're not going to be disappointed with this. It's going to obviously hold its value, and it should surpass most any copy that you have. I don't have an original British copy or US pressing of this, so I can't tell you that, but at this point, if you got it, you got it. If you didn't, well, original pressings of Bob Marley titles are always very, very good. I mean, my last one, the Rastaman Vibration, I love the original one too. So, you know, search out original pressings. Now there's going to be a Jamaican pressing coming. There's well-regarded half-speed masters. There's plenty of choices. A box set. If you didn't get this, don't you know, get all upset because it's just another excellent copy among many. Is it the best? Probably, but that's up to you to decide if it's worth it. I think it's worth the money I paid. I would not pay what it's going for on the secondary market unless I was super determined to have it. I mean, already it's selling for $350. Pretty soon it's going to be $5 and then $8. Who knows? You know, it's crazy. But that's my take on it. Let me know what you think. If you got it, I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, I'm Scott for the Pressing Matters. Have a great day.